Well, families are taking part in a weekend full of sweet activities at the Y at Watson Woods and Painted Post. WENY's Alicia Solorzano joins us to talk about Maple Syrup Weekend and walks us through how the product makes its way from tree to table. Alicia.
Marcy, people of all ages were able to have a hands-on experience of syrup making today. Experts guided guests step by step through the process to not only teach them something new, but to bring them together.
Many people use maple syrup to top off foods like pancakes, waffles, and more. But how exactly is it made? For over 20 years, the Y at Watson Woods and Painted Post has welcomed people from all over for Maple Syrup Weekend to show people how the treat gets to your table.
The feature of this event is our hayride. It takes you to each step in the maple syrup process. So you get on the wagon and you ride into the sugar bush where we are now. You learn about tapping and where the sap comes from.
People of all ages rode down to the Y Sugar Bush, where they met Neil Yoder, the Ranger Facility Guide. Yoder brought guests to the dozens of spiles and buckets attached to maple trees. Then they collected sap from the buckets to bring to the Y's Sugar Shack. Yoder says the sap is about 2% sugar when it comes out of the tree, but it needs to be sweeter before it can be served.
In the sugar house, maple syrup is 66.6% sugar, and I tell the kids, sap is a lot of water and a little sugar, but the syrup is a lot of sugar and a little water. And so when we get there, we explain how to separate or get the water removed, and that process is done by evaporating the water away on our evaporator and pan up at the sugar house.
While the syrup finishes up, guests could try their hands at other activities as well. The Y welcomed people to make kettle corn, do some crafts, and try woodworking. One guest, Jason Kaminsky, says he and his family have been coming to Maple Weekend for 3 years now, and he enjoys that organizers at the Y always try to ensure that everyone has a good time.
What I like is when they offer these camps, they listen to what the people that are coming in have to say about feedback, and then they change up the schedules, they change up the offerings, and they're really friendly and helpful. They want every family to have fun, and they make it fun.
As the event is only once a year, Dana says the Y encourages guests to come stay on the grounds for the whole weekend to experience all they have to offer. However, people can also just come in for one day to experience the process and spend time with new people. Marcy.